In the beginning, there was war. Fire and brimstone seeping through the air so dense you could taste it. Dragons flying above, raining death onto already scorched earth. Humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, gnomes, halflings, and all in between. Friends, foes, lovers. They called it the Great Dragon War. And then there was stagnation. War is not cheap, you know. Disease, starvation, and depression gripped the land and wouldn't let go. No longer were battles done in the name of great kings or leaders, but done in the name of death and survival. Then there was fire, a rage against depression, a voice that called out to the masses screaming, "We will not stand for this." And so they rose and took the skies like their ancestors did, wings marred by an age-long taming and breaking. But the common folk, they too did not stand for this. To them, dragons were but a bygone race for a bygone time, and so they fought. But how do you fight when your swords are blunt, when your soldiers are starving, and when your fire is just warm? The answer is that you don't. The dragons found their own age, and from the fires of this last war, the three countries finally united under the banner of Dragonia. Welcome everybody to the first episode of our Pathfinder game. The point of this podcast is to chronicle the adventures of this small little group as they go through the land of Dragonia, as you might have heard in the vague intro. My name is Vincent Tran, and my job is the game master of this game. For those who don't know what that means, I'm here to basically facilitate the journey of this campaign. I act as all non-playable characters and as well help the players move the story along. However, of course, like any good game, we cannot have a game without the players. So joined with me are 5 very special players who, by next week, we hopefully will have recorded some introductions. So first of all, we have Chun Tak, who plays Boston Anaheim. Now, Boston Anaheim is a person who seems to have a case of mistaken identity. He goes around pretending to be a lot of other people. He also is luckily born in this little town of Arronshire, which the players start. He seems to join this army on a whim of seeing another attractive person of his own race, that being catfolk, people with cat ears, humanoid, and cat tail. So, who's this cat person he sees? Well, this is played by our second player, Diane Lazarus, who plays Mila. Now, Mila is not just a catfolk, she is also a draconic sorcerer catfolk. Basically, somewhere along her line, her parents or her ancestors had some relations with dinosaurs, and now her bloodline is infused with dragon blood. She seems to have a very tough upbringing, of which we will probably explore during the rest of this campaign. Mila's reasons for joining the army in themselves seems as if it's placed in a sense of wanting to help, which ties very nicely into our next character, who's played by Sam Lee. Now, Sam plays a character, Elian Atro. Elian is here because he has this great sense of justice of wanting to serve his country, essentially a very patriotic person. He is a Sully. Now, what a Sully exactly is, we'll probably again find out during the rest of this adventure. Many things to find out through this campaign. Now, to offset this, we have Michael Chong, who plays a character named Kaz. Kaz, who has a very trusty horse named Boss, seems to be wanting to join the army out of a sense of wanting to have companions and a team to work together with. Teamwork seems to be very, very important to him. He wants to find people to work with. And finally, but by no means least, we have Michael Lee playing a character named Jonesy Jones. Now, Jonesy Jones is probably the equivalent of an Australian bogan who, I would say that was sent away because his parents thought that, well, specifically his dad, thought that being 30 and unemployed was not that great of a career choice, so sent him off to the army. That's pretty much it. So, for all those, this is the first episode of our Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I hope you guys enjoy. 500 years later, we now take our attentions to the small town of Arronshire. Arronshire, a fairly boring town. Not much is happening. As everyone here would know, preparations are in store for the recent Festival of Light. Of course, with the main attraction being the annual pie eating competition. However, Arronshire has had better days. Because it is in the middle of nowhere, trade is not easy. Luckily though, it is on the main road, so it does get merchants here every now and then. There's enough to get by. Its location makes it both hard for consistent trade, but very lucky that it can get giant amounts of trade every now and then when large quantities of people pass through. So, the campaign now starts in the morning of the enlistment. So, everyone here knows, for one reason or another, that enlistment is today, this morning. So, what we're going to do first is that we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to roleplay them going towards the list. Can everyone please roll a d20? Okay, so Mila, so can you kind of tell us what are you doing this morning and what are you doing as you head towards the enlistment? And as we're looking at the list, right now the enlistment is happening in the main town square, right here. So so how does your morning start?
Well, my morning's been pretty good. I was just watering my crops.
Okay.
I pulled out some carrots today. Accidentally cut up the carrots while pulling them out because my claws are pretty sharp being a draconic sorceress. So my morning has been alright, but you know, could have gone better. Okay, so are you excited this morning for? I'm pretty excited, yeah. I've been waiting for this day. So just taking a nice stroll over there now.
Okay, sure.
Do we get a question? Like,
Yeah, sure, you can ask questions if you want.
are your claws always like out?
No, it shouldn't be.
No, they're not always out, but I haven't got control of them yet because my childhood, my adoptive parents was suppressing my draconic blood, so they never let me take them out. So
Yeah, like Elsa.
kind of like Elsa, yes. So they kind of just come out whenever they want now.
And how long have you been in Arronshire?
About a year now.
About a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a general good, idea of what's happening around in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a couple friends. So.
Okay, got a couple of friends here and there.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, she has dinner with a Boston's friend.
Okay, so you want to head down to the main town square?
Yes.
Okay. When you head down to the main town square, you see just kind of, because it's still fairly early morning. There's not a lot of people out here. You do see a couple people out in front of their stores just kind of getting ready and all that kind of stuff. And then what happens is that in front of the town square there's a table. And sitting in front of it is clearly a man in armor and a slightly taller man. And he's standing there with a pad and pen, looks very professional. And the other guy is kind of just sitting there and he looks as if he's not looking forward to what's happening. And there's a line of only one person so far, but he's not being accepted into the list yet. Yeah, so who's next? So Boston, Anaheim. So Boston, how's your morning? What's happening?
I woke up really early
Yep.
because I'm working at the fish market with
Yep.
my parents.
Yep.
I told my mum, hey mum, I'm taking the fish to market, just at the town square. So now I'm at the town square.
Yeah.
To meet up with dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you see?
I see a line.
You see a light? Yeah.
I see another cat book actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do see Mila standing right there. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh man, she's hot. What's she's doing over there? So I have my trolley of fish.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand behind the line.
Stand by the line. Fair enough. Okay, so you just line up. All right. And how long have you been in Arronshire?
I've been born and raised here.
Yeah, born and
But I
raised.
left for I've been in and out of town for the past 5 years.
Yeah. Well, what have you been doing for the last 5 years, kind of in and out?
Man, yeah. I've been thieving, on circus, I've been a sales rep. I've been an actor.
Yeah, do you know any kind of big plays that we would know? And names of the big famous plays that I know?
Hamlet, I guess.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Hamlet. Wow, it must be tragic.
The XXX parody.
Yeah. And I've been in the circus.
Yeah. Well, what did you do in the circus?
Acrobatic stuff.
Oh wow.
Tight ropes.
That's about it, huh?
Jumping.
Nice.
Juggling. No, not juggling. Dancing. Waltzing.
Magic tricks?
Nah, none of that crap. None of that magic stuff. That's it. And now I'm back in town, just helping out with the market. It's successful, but yeah.
Okay. So you line up behind me, and we can have your interactions in a bit. We'll get to everyone else first. Okay. So Ilian or Elian, which one do you prefer? Elian. So how's your morning? What's happening?
Well, first off, I spend every morning meditating for about an hour.
Okay.
In my in an inn.
Is it recreational meditation, or do you meditate for a reason?
I meditate for a reason.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, after meditation, I head straight for the line.
Okay, straight for the line.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it with kind of conviction? Why are you looking forward to kind of join the army? Or
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm mainly joining to actually help bring this world to a better place, hopefully.
Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, do you have a question, Kaz?
What?
Kaz, do you have a question?
You're putting your arm on.
High five!
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Elian?
Why do you meditate?
Yeah.
For reasons.
What are your reasons?
Do you need to kill again once a day?
Huh?
Do you need to kill people once a day?
No.
Who are you praying to?
No, it's spirits.
Northern Spirit. Okay.
Spirits.
So which deity or god?
No deity, just
Oh,
spirits.
deity or god. Okay.
Just spirits.
Interesting. Okay, so as you approach the line, you see a strange sight to see the rays. You see in front of you a draconic sorcerer who's dressed in what?
I'm dressed in a sorceress outfit,
Which would look like.
a black skirt with a black and grey corset-like thing.
You see why I lined up behind it?
and behind her, with lecherous eyes, kind of staring at her badonkadonk, is another catfolk with what seems to be a trolley of fish in his
People
arms.
I think I'm drooling it with her, but it's just a fish. I'm really hungry because of the
Did
fish.
you get trained before you went to enlist?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you wearing before?
Peasant clothes?
Farming clothes?
Yeah.
This is the only dress she has. She's pouring.
Yeah, I know. Man. It's not a farmer dressed like this.
This is my going out clothes.
Oh, damn.
Gotta look good.
Look good for the army.
Okay, Kaz. So what's the deal? So where are you in relation to the town? Where do you start off? Do you have sorry. And how long have you been in Arronshire?
I've showed up like just a couple of days before. I say 4.
Yeah, so are you just staying at a local inn, or
Yes,
you
just staying at a local inn.
Okay, yep, fair enough. And then Kaz, what's the deal with you? So how's your morning? Huh?
What's the name?
Looking just in kind of roughly around the main area.
Yeah, so I woke up today.
Yeah.
I'm still excited for today because I get to meet friends. Yeah, had a longer life. So I
18
just
years.
rush straight to the army.
Do you take anyone or anything?
Take my horse with me.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us a bit about your horse, if that's okay?
Really not much to say. It's a horse.
It's a goddamn horse. What do you want?
the excitement would be there, man. You know, that's it.
Okay, fair enough. And how are you? So you're very excited because you're going to meet new people, right? How long have you been in Arronshire for?
3 days.
3 days. 3 days. Do you like the place?
Hate the place.
Hate the place. Why?
There's not a lot of people here.
Not a lot of people.
Very
Okay.
boring.
Fair enough. Okay.
Hey man, you watch it.
So as you approach the line, you see 2 catfolk in front of that, and then also can Boston, can you describe what exactly that you look like and what you're wearing right now?
I got a white apron on. But it's a little dirty because I've been working all day
Yeah.
trying to make money. I got a cart full of fish. They're just river fish though.
Yeah.
So, you know, trout, cod, a few catfish.
Oh, got that.
Yeah, but yeah. It's for the dogs.
You kill the dogs.
Surprisingly, there's some turtles in there.
Wow. Yeah. And okay, and then who do you? And then you see Elian. And so Elian, can you describe what you're wearing, please? And what kind of your general figure looks like?
Well, I'm.
Oh, is that what I was supposed to describe?
Not just the basket, but yeah, if you want to go with just the basket, that's fine, man. That's fine.
I'll get you next time.
I guess I'm just a regular human, but looks a bit bigger than your average. Well, not really actually. Just a regular male in
Hobbit.
Huh?
Your hobbit.
I just said male human.
Yeah.
When you say bigger, like fatter or stronger? Like strength-wise or fat-wise?
Bit portly.
I'm gonna say strength wise, so a bit stronger.
What I want to know is like the waist, how high.
Yeah, what's your numbers, man?
What are your 3 sizes?
Like as in, your leg is like bigger, so your waist.
What? Why? I'm a normal human.
It's good to know if you know I'll make friends with you.
You wouldn't make friends with him.
I have to know.
We live in a world with elves and dwarves.
You are with me.
No, that shit, man.
I have to know human male features.
What kind of clothes did you wear?
At the moment I'm just wearing, let's say a blue woolly coat thing.
And is anyone with you, or anyone with you?
No, I'm just carrying a bag.
Yeah, fair enough.
A rucksack or a bag? Like a backpack?
Backpack.
Yeah, Jonesy.
I just arrived.
Yeah.
Why you know
Stand behind this guy and say, hey, how are you? I'll start making
Yeah. So start that. Okay. So, how's your morning been?
I just arrived.
You just
So
arrived?
you
I
look
arrived
like
in a
exactly like the perfect
caravan.
ratio as a human, but shorter or
Caravan car.
Caravan car. So you arrived in a caravan car.
175 high, whatever that
Guys,
is.
yeah. So, yeah.
What does it smell like?
The general answer. Okay, so.
Smell shit.
Shouldn't have left home.
So I can take it that you're not very happy being here right now.
Should be at home playing my poker.
Okay. So how's your morning been? Shit.
Shit.
Yeah. When's the last time you got up this early?
Good question. I look outside. What do I see?
Outside the cart?
Yeah, I look outside.
Yeah.
the car.
So if you're traveling along the main road, what you can see is that Arronshire seems to be really just waking up in general. You have fishermen they've probably been out there all morning just fishing there, as you probably would know. Yeah. As you trek along, as the cart treks along, what you see to the sides, you see more wheat fields. There. So you can see some granaries and some windmills. They're kind of just going along there. You see people lifting heavy bags and whatnot. As you enter more towards the town, it gets a bit more quieter because there's some people living here. But in general, stores are opening. You can see kind of the hustle and bustle of the early morning market, early morning trade. Probably what you're here for in the morning to trade or some fish. So that's what you see. So it kind of stops right in the main square.
Okay, I get off.
And in front you do see this line, there's a knight there, so maybe you could create some kind of connection between that. There, it's probably the line of people.
I pull out my scroll for the recruitment.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Okay, so.
Travis wants you.
Okay, so as you're looking there, it seems to be just a general notice, and the general notice is talking about how Arronshire is the next point of destination for the Dragonia convoy, in which the general recruitment starts on this day at roughly around this time.
No.
Yes. At the town square.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What day is today?
Okay. I will roll. Yeah. The day today is a Tuesday.
Tuesday, though.
Oh God. Let me get my calendar.
I hope he makes up some cool names for the months.
In the months, yeah.
16th of Agaroff or something like that.
Yeah, it is the year 562. It is the month of Greto.
Gredo. What
Gredo.
Gredo.
Yes.
What kind of?
And what does that translate to? Like,
So in our time, we're looking more of kind of start of spring.
okay.
Yeah, springtime-ish.
Do I see spring blossoms around?
Yes, and it is the year of the beaver.
Beaver.
We have beavers.
There are beavers in this world.
Dire beavers? I hope not.
No, it's not the year of the dire beaver. That's another month.
No, but there are dire beavers.
There are dire beavers. There's dire versions of every single creature you can find. Okay, so yeah, that's what it says. Oh yeah. And you see this long continuous line of a cat folk. You have a fairly standard human, and then we have Kaz here. So Kaz, what are you wearing?
Oh shit, I should have made it.
I'm wearing an Explorer outfit.
Explorer outfit.
Can you describe the Explorer outfit at all?
It says it all, man.
Should I want it is?
Clothes are where to explore.
It's more to do with the night. It looks like a night.
Looks like the night.
Like a shiny night.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Shining night.
So you're already in armor.
I'm wearing the armor.
Already in armor. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And his horse, of course. Are you on your horse or your horse?
I'm just pulling it with me.
Okay, pulling him on. Yeah.
When you say pulling it sounds like...
He's walking with me.
Okay. I thought he didn't want to go with you, that's why.
It lures me to death.
Okay, so do you want to join the line?
I thank the caravan driver.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. I hit him on the thigh.
Yeah.
Mate. I go, and I see the horse, right?
Yeah.
And I go,
Who thanks someone like that?
what you paying him?
You pay him with sex?
He's up high. You gotta tap him somewhere. It's a beautiful horse there, mate.
Yeah, I know. You kick it faster.
I touch him on the side.
You'll kick him? You'll kick him?
He'll kick it.
Touch him on the
It's
side.
not friendly with anyone.
It's not friendly with anyone.
But touch it from the side.
Yeah, side, back, same shit.
Yeah, so do you have a name for your horse?
Wait, so we're not doing any like reflex rolls?
Wait.
Are we not killing off any characters yet?
My horse name is
Roach.
Boss.
Close enough.
Boss, B-O-S-S.
B-O-S-S.
So
Kaz and Boss. Okay, so Boss rears its hind legs and kicks outwards. Can you please roll with a reflex? As the hind leg kicks back, it grazes a bit of your side, even though it's more of a kind of an annoying shrug off kind of fuck off kind of thing rather than kick off. Yeah.
He's a feisty one.
Yeah.
He?
It's a he.
He's a feisty one. What's this line for?
I have no clue. To see people standing here, I join it. Shooting for the army though. Looks like there's a guy.
I don't have a clue.
Okay, so when you approach Mila, what happens?
I'm not just standing there staring.
So can you roll for a perception check, please? 20. Okay, so when you're standing there, you can feel this intense stare on the back of your neck. This is almost an aura of that what you can feel on the back of the neck, and yeah, something's up. So what do you do?
Well, I look back and I see him staring,
Yeah.
and
So she looks back at you.
Reflex.
And I keep staring. Without realizing, I was like, oh god, she looks hot. And then I look into her, I was hi, thank you. And I walk off.
Do you walk to the end of the line? So
Are we lining up in a row, or there's a few people in between?
right behind each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Boston walks to the end of the line.
Ew, mate. What are you selling?
Fish.
What kind of fish? Never seen this before.
You haven't seen fish before?
This one.
Ah, oh,
And I point out the most ugliest one.
this is your didgeridoo fish.
Oh, interesting.
It's long, has a lot of holes. It's mostly the nose.
Mm.
You got money?
Hey, you got funny ears.
You as well.
Hey, you got a tail. Why can I? I'm gonna yank it.
Thanks for telling.
Please don't do that.
Oh, man, this place is in. Sorry about that. My name is Jonesy. My friends call me Jonesy, but
Okay.
you can call me Jonesy.
Jonesy?
Jonesy.
Okay, well, nice to meet you. You interested in buying fish? Oh shit, fish! supposed to be at my dad's market.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what? Let's go. Let's go.
let's go together.
And I pat him on the back. Let's go.
Yeah, you're probably right. This line doesn't seem to be moving. Plus, that hot chick's probably mad at me.
What
Just-
about you?
Or that other cat one with the funny ears.
So you look forward and you see the other.
Hey, my friend here likes ya.
So I turn to this guy and be like,
Yeah.
you guys are disgusting.
She says to your face.
You guys are disgusting.
I'm sorry we offend you.
Sorry,
I'm saying that in a smuggish way. I'm sorry we offend you.
Yeah, okay, so as you see that, the line moves forward. So, Mila, they gesture you to come towards the table. And so, when you approach the table, you see the man sitting in front, and very, 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 very bored out of his mind. His seems to be probably around his mid-30s, yeah, and decked out completely in silver armor, yeah. And he's sitting there, and he's not even looking up at you. Up at the other guy, you have this almost scribe. He looks very, very snobbish. He's a bit more slender than the man, a bit younger than there, and he kind of looks. He looks at you. Has this little pad in his arms. So the man sitting down on the table, he goes, "What's your name?"
Mila.
Mila, how do you spell that?
M-I-L-A-H.
Okay, Mila, why do you want to join the army?
Well, I want to make up for past wrongs that have happened in my life.
Never.
And then, when we say he looks up, says how is joining the army going to help that?
Because I want to do good things. And joining the army is doing good things, so...
Okay. Yeah, it says that. Okay, so it seems to be writing down things, and if you get a quick page, it seems to write down your general details. So that's age.
19.
The sound was
19.
outside.
Very young to be joining the army.
Age is just a number.
I know what that is. Fun.
Okay, what do you specialize in?
I'm a sorceress.
What does that mean?
Magic. And I've got claws, so I can claw your face out if I want to.
Magic. I got claws. Those two things correlate. I got a gun. I'll stab you.
I'm not the smartest sorceress.
Magic, you got claws. Alright, Magic, you got claws. Okay, and why should we recruit you?
Because I'm very powerful and killed a few people in my life.
Never killed
Not on purpose.
Wait.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose, but I've got the power and you can use it.
But you want to do good things.
Yes.
So what
Evil
you're saying is that if we need you to accidentally kill someone, then
I'm your girl.
alright, then he kind of just looks up at the scribe, and the scribe goes, alright, give her a stamp. And he goes over and stamps your fist and says, please move over side. Okay, next.
I walk up to the
Yeah, name.
alien.
Alien. How do you spell that, Alien?
E-L-I-A-N.
E-L-I-A-N. Okay. Alright, Alien, why do you want to join the army?
I want to help make Dragos a better place if possible.
Dragon's a better place, you say. Alright, well, we'll see that. How old are you?
I am 24.
24. Okay, 24. No wife? Okay. And what do you specialize in?
My main weapon is a long spear.
A long spear.
Yes.
Yeah, have you speared many people in your life?
Mainly creatures so far.
Any creatures? What's the last thing you killed?
I believe it was a boar.
Boar.
Yes.
Wow, must be fearsome. Boar.
Yes. It was a boar.
Yeah, okay, and then why should the Dragonia army recruit you?
Because I have good intentions to help as much as possible. I'll try my best to fulfill your demands.
Okay, alright, stamp him. So guys, he goes, Stabs the fist. Okay, next in line. Okay. Already decked out in armor.
Yeah,
That's
ready
it.
for battle.
Ready for battle. Okay, I need to be clear first. We're not gonna be in many battles.
Oh, we're not? Oh, okay. I'll take it off later.
Okay. Okay, so your name, please.
Caste.
Caste. How do you spell that, Caste?
K-A-S-T-E.
K-A-S-T-E. Okay, Caste. And why are you joining the army on this beautiful Tuesday morning?
To find teammates who I can rely and trust on.
Okay. Okay. Alright, how old are you?
20.
20. You're fairly young.
Yeah.
You don't want to go off and do other things?
No.
Like kill a black dragon.
No.
Okay. What do you specialize in?
Lancing.
Lancing.
Jousting.
Justing.
Jousting. Good to always know what it's called. And is this your horse?
This is my horse.
Okay.
Very loud.
So are you also recruiting your horse?
Yes! Yes!
Yes. Okay. Alright, there's an additional fee if you want to recruit your horse.
How much is it?
We'll tell you the papers soon. Okay. And why should we recruit you into the Dragonia army?
Because I'm strong. I'm reliable.
Strong and reliable. Alright. Okay, fair enough. So, stab him.
Oh,
So he goes up, stabs the top of your gauntlet.
Oh, dang.
Okay. So I mean the line's moved forward quite a
Yeah.
lot, so
We're looking. We're going to going to the market or what?
We'll sign up first.
Alright.
We'll my barrel up. Hey, did that hot chick just sign up?
excuse me, what?
Oh, the one with the cat ears. The cat folk.
Yeah, and he's already kind of forgotten, so he's flicking through. Yes, she did.
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me one of those stamps as well.
Okay, so what's your name?
A pony!
New York, Philadelphia.
New York, Philadelphia. Alright, New York. How do you spell Philadelphia?
PH.
Hello.
I-L. Philadelphia.
Okay. Okay. And why are you joining the army today?
The army?
Yeah.
This is the army?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Why are you joining the army today?
Because I want to be strong and I want to serve, sir.
What are you doing with fish?
It's for the garrison.
Okay.
I came prepared.
Alright, and then he kind of motions over to the guy there, he grabs your basket of fish. Hey guys, says, how old are you?
28.
28. Wow, okay. Okay. Occupation?
Soldier?
And he kind of
In
looks like...
training?
And he looks like he chuckles a little bit. So he kind of motion a little bit of some kind of emotional response. And he says, okay, what do you specialize in?
Cooking.
This is the army.
Yeah, well, you guys have a mess tent.
Yes.
You need a cook.
Okay.
What do you eat?
You know, rations,
Yeah,
bread.
rations. I can make cuisines out of rations.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And why should we recruit you for the army?
Because I'm willing to risk my life to serve you, sir.
At least you got the spunk. All right. I'm down. All right. Stamp him. He goes up and stabs. And
Hey,
then,
Jonesy wants to join as well, sir.
That's it, man.
okay. So and as you and by this point he's motioned to the man who's been stamping, and he kind of says, all right, take them to the barracks so you can start following along with them. And this is Jonesy's last one.
Yeah.
Name?
Jonesy.
How do you spell that?
Jonesie.
Okay, Jonesy. And why you want to join the army?
None of your bloody business. Nah, I'm kidding. Me pass sent me.
Can you say that again?
Me pass sent me.
Okay. Sent me. Okay.
Who's
And-
me pa?
Okay, and why did your father send you?
If I don't go join the army, I won't get the inheritance.
Okay, what have you been doing over this time? What's the occupation?
Playing my nano station. It's top of the
Nano
arts.
station.
Gaming. All you can do.
Okay, so how old are you?
28.
28. What do you specialize in? What can you bring to this army?
See these fists?
Yes.
I can use them. And I haven't lost a fight.
How many fights have you been in?
1.
Against who?
Me pa.
Haven't lost a fight. Yeah. And why should we recruit you for the Dragonia army?
If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do.
That wasn't my question.
Look, mate, if you want to recruit me, you can recruit me.
Then he just goes and just taps you, just taps the go.
Bloody hell. Bureaucrats.
Yeah, so the man in front of you seems to be walking you along town square, and then he kind of looks back and continues walking forward. So So as walking along this line, along the main town, what's happening?
I'm eating. I was like, excuse me. Are we going right now? Now? Where are we going?
Yes, we are going right now.
I gotta go to my mom and dad. I told them I was just going to the market. I don't think they know yet.
Okay, so and he says, "Everyone stop." And he walks up to you. Give me 10.
10 what?
10 push-ups
10 push-ups.
on the spot.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay, well how about I give you 5? And roll. Let's see.
Diplomacy. You can go wrong with the movie if you would like.
28. You got my pluses as well?
Yeah, what's your pluses?
0.
8.
28?
Yeah.
You're all 28?
Wow.
Okay,
You give me 10.
that's not how it says. Wait, the moment you say that, he goes, "Alright, I don't appreciate jokers. Okay? Get back in line. Get back in line." It brings you to the further line. Alright, Mila, what's happening as you're walking down the main street? So you see the display of the amazing Boston, or New York, Philadelphia.
Okay, well, I see that he looks kind of pathetic and scared.
And you try to do 10 push-ups.
And I roll my eyes because I could do 10 push-ups because I'm quite strong.
Okay. Good thing she's only thinking it in her head, not saying it.
So you look at him and roll
I
your...
roll my eyes at him and then I look away in disgust.
Do I see her?
Yeah.
Go back to the shop. Hey, what happened to the other cat girl?
Yeah, what other cat girl?
There was this hot one that joined us. I see another one, but I don't think that's the right one.
And then he kind of ignores you and continues walking forward. Elian, so what's happening?
I'm just following the line right now.
Yeah. You want to keep out of all this stuff?
I don't feel like interacting with it right now.
Okay, fine. How about Kaz? So you see the display of the wonderful New York, Philadelphia. Yeah.
Feels so painful. I walk up to him.
Oh.
I'll make you stronger. Stay next to me. I'll protect you as well.
I like girls, though.
No. As a friend.
It's okay. Okay.
Dreaming.
And I walk around silent. You speed away from me?
No, man. I'm just worried that you're not in line.
No. I was put next to him.
Jonesy, the captain stayed by the way. It told you to go forward, so you end up with the traveling troop right here.
Yeah, I went to Philly. Philly, man, you made a new friend. It's the feisty one. You had the horse? Remember put your horse fight? I said Philly, you made a friend. Hey, it's the feisty one.
You guys are friends?
No.
Like
I
friends?
ran up to you.
Yeah,
I said, You made a friend!
This is like you're talking to me! Yes, that's alright, I'm awesome. You guys know each other?
Not really.
Like, are you guys friends? Because he just tried to befriend me before, and I told him I like girls.
I don't know what you're talking about. And a pat Philly in the back. Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I like those too.
He's their cowboy.
Where's the hard one?
I don't know. I thought it was her, but I got a closer look now, but...
Just on the back or from the front?
Oh shit, she's listening!
You hear this?
I giggle.
Yeah, look at her trying to play cute. It's too late now. Rolls her eyes at me, bitch.
Cat.
As you're walking along the main street, eventually you get to a bridge. It seems to go across the main Arronshire River. Yes?
Do I see fishermen under the bridge?
You see some.
Do I recognize him? Is
Oh,
he
yeah,
Dale?
of course
one
you
of
do.
the
Of
workers?
course, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do.
I yell out to Dale.
Yeah. And he's kind of.
Hey, Dale!
He looks up. He said, "Hey, Boston."
Yeah, it's Boston. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Boston, what's up?
Tell mom and dad that I joined the army.
Is it what?
I'll be back soon.
Is it,
See you later, man.
And you just kind of walk.
Tell dad I lost a caught a fish. I'm sorry.
And then he laughs a bit and just kind of goes back to fishing.
Okay, well, here goes that.
Now, and as we finally get to more kind of north of the town, as the town kind of exits Arronshire, we get to the main garrison. So this is here, the main garrison the outpost. Right there, some markers, whatever they did, one of those gonna do stuff like that. So that's right. And then the man in the front says, "All right, everybody inside," and he kind of gestures to this very big building, made completely out of wood, very old as well. It seems as if it doesn't really look like it's made for a barracks or a garrison.
Like a barn?
Kind of like a barn. It's almost that's the outside at the very least.
So it's kind of like a barn, but it's not a barn.
Well, we haven't been inside yet.
No, but I'm at the outside.
Yeah, it looks like very much like a barn. Yeah. So So he opens the door, and as you walk in, it is indeed a barn.
Okay.
It is indeed a barn, and the rafters have seemed to be fitted with kind of mock swords and prop swords. It's two stories. The main center has a few training dummies here and there, and on the other side of the rafters you have beds. It seems to be made. It seems as if they've outfitted this barn, because as we know, this is a convoy moving through Dragonia to Drago, to recruit people. So I think they just rented out this barn and made it an area. Yes, Boston? Yeah. Yeah. So as he goes in, he kind of gestures everyone in. Okay, and he's walking there, and he goes, "Okay, all right. I'm looking at your recruits. I don't like you.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. So all 5 of you want to join
There's only 5.
the Dragonia army." And they said that everyone stand in line. I am Vice Captain Godet, and I'm here to train you to become much better than whatever you are right now. Captain Gregson demands perfection, and you two will deliver. And he looks at you two. And you 3 will give even better than perfection.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright. Okay, everybody, down. Give me 10.
I give you 10.
Did we have to roll for that? Or?
Yeah.
Roll. Alright.
So what we have is that we have Kaz, Elian, and Mila. They do it like it's nobody's business. They just go straight down and go for it. Meanwhile, we have Philly and Boston right here struggling.
He's Philly in Boston.
Sorry. Sorry. Boston and Jonesy, and they're having trouble. So you get to 7, but the 2 you just can't make it.
What? That's 8.
What do you do? What do you do?
I don't know, do I fall to the ground?
Yeah.
I'm popped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that 10?
I got 7. Yeah, give me a minute.
Give me a minute. I just 8.
Yeah, get up. Everyone, get up. Get up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, you said you wanted to join because you're a good server.
I am a good cook. I was assigned to the mess tent. That's what the recruitment officer said.
No one assigned you to the nest tent.
I was assigned to be the cook.
No one assigned you to be a cook.
What are we eating then?
Food.
Who's cooking the food?
Well, there's no cooks. You're eating bread.
Okay. Do you need a cook?
And those like that. He's just kind of very annoyed at you.
I don't really have this like arms to kill someone. Look at his hands. Baby soft.
He's bloody right. Your hands are smaller than mine, mate.
Yeah,
Look
sure.
at that. Look at that.
These paws aren't made for killing. We sure got nails, but I can scratch someone, but it's gonna be more of annoyance than it's gonna kill someone.
Okay, and then he walks over and then he gestures to the back of where there are dummies, and there seem to be 5 large rocks, and he tells everyone, move over, pick them up.
They all look the same?
Yes.
No. Bloody hell.
Okay.
Everyone roll. Yep.
Yeah.
A fort check. So Elliot and Mila, just like before, you guys just pick this up like it's nothing. Just lift it straight over your heads. Yeah. So you had an 8. So it goes well at the very start. Yeah, you lift it up, and you bring it across the chest, and then slips right out of your hands.
I swear, I can do these. I just ate.
Okay. And as for you, the armor seems to be encumbering you quite a lot, or maybe you just have an off day, because you don't even manage to lift the rock at all.
The whole time I was pretending, so I don't want to get this guy to get me.
Okay, so Boston, what's happening is that you dig your arms underneath, right? And as you do, you trip, and your head just smashes straight onto the rock.
Okay, I was like, oh man.
You know what?
Sorry, Captain. I knew you can lift up these rocks. It's just I did like so many reps yesterday. I did like 1,000. So I was just a little tired today. I'll try again tomorrow. Have my rest day.
Try again tomorrow, huh? All right. Okay, so luckily we got 6 here. And he gestures to the horse. Everyone, pair up.
Boss.
Right, Philly?
Okay.
Smack him in the back.
I approach Mila.
Yeah.
I should approach and see what's your reaction.
What's the interaction between the two? Is that he just kind of nods?
Not to each other.
Really? Better
That's what she said? Alright.
Before I was talking like generally, guys, disgust me.
But to his face.
But to his face.
And he's the guy.
Yes. But he's the most decent guy here, so
How do you know that?
Cat senses.
This here is just going to be a wrestling push. So what he wants you to do is that everyone kind of place their hands in each other and push back at each other. You have to kind of force yourself against your horse. Well, it's a pushing competition, right? Yeah, so you have to figure a way that your horse is going to push back at you.
Okay. I talk to the horse. Let me win.
Well, he has to communication. So, yeah. Oh, empathic connection. Remember with the druids you can sense emotions. Okay, so can Boston and Jonesy, can you two please do a fort check against each other, please? Yeah. So the two of you start pushing up against each other. Do you guys have any smack talk that you're gonna give each other?
Wow, your hands are really soft.
And then, does it happen?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. So you push him over completely, and he just smacks the ground.
Don't call my hands small.
and as you do this, the vice captain goes.
I told you I could.
Okay. So how about you and Boss? Did you just get Boss?
I keep pushing.
Yeah.
To pretend everything. I said,
So you just push boss kind of out of the barn. Okay. And then again, Moss answered very impressive. Okay, so now the actual test of strength between Ilian and Mila right here. Have a 4 check, please.
11.
11.
11. Wow.
Oh,
Wow, 11.
I'm liking this guy.
Okay, so the two of you push up against each other, and it's just a dead stalemate.
Do their hands caress because no one's moving?
I don't cross race, man.
Yeah, so you're pushing against each other, and then really, no one can kind of get the better of each other. And then it goes on for a while, so it kind of just ends right there. Yeah, and then as all this is happening, Captain has his pad out, and he's just kind of making notes, just kind of writing things here and there. Very, okay. Very, very interesting. And then he goes up to you, Boston. He goes up to you and says, "What was that strength back there? Why were you holding it back before?"
I didn't know I had it in me until you moved me to do so, sir. Can I roll for a kiss ass?
Yeah, sure. Roll for a kiss ass.
It's charisma?
Yeah.
50.
It goes. I guess you did. I guess you did. And then
It is at this point that Jonesy is told to assign the remaining 4 into 2 groups.
Philly with Chapman.
Mila.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
Put me up against the balls.
Tilly. Mila. Together. Ilian. Kaz. Together. Wrestling push. Go.
You want me?
So Mila and Philadelphia here, their hands together. But the moment happens because of kind of the sweat that you garnered before with Jonesy, and because your hands are very, very soft and tender, because your hands kind of there, and then the moment it starts, she kind of just pushes you so hard completely that you just slip completely and fall in front of her.
Okay. Does the vice captain look at me?
Yeah.
My mama told me it's not very gentlemanlike to let a woman.
I need to Jack. It's okay to lose to a girl.
It's okay, man. You lost to a girl.
Okay.
Do you say anything as you kind of just force him down from the first second that happens?
I say, you impressed me the first round, but no.
Okay. I want to reply to that when he said you lost to a girl. I lost to a girl, but you lost to me. Doesn't mean you lose.
You run your roll a d20. Roll a tap roll.
Not good.
What's your attack?
+4.
+4? 8. Okay, what's your AC?
Do I already have my armor on?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. 15.
15. Yeah. So you run right past it, and how do you want to? You can either dodge it or just kind of whatever you want.
I plan on standing in Superman pose.
Yeah. So what happens then? He's just standing there, and you run up to him, and then just kind of.
Get off me, man. I got places to be. I just ate.
So the battle starts, and it must have been from just kind of sheer energy that you got before defeating your horse. That's kind of just, this is the momentum that's just kind of rolling right now. So the battle starts, and how do you want to push him down?
One hand.
One hand? Well, so he just lets go of the other hand, just kind of pushes him down like that. Alright, okay. Last, Mila
Oh, goddamn.
and Kaz.
Wow.
19.
I lose on purpose. I have to lose to purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, you lose one.
3.
So even with all this armor here, how do you want to approach it? 'Cause I'm assuming you're quite small stature compared to Kaz.
Well, we're pushing up against each other, and I'm getting really into it. Passion is flowing,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, my claws come out because I can't control them.
fashion.
At that moment, my horse senses danger.
Yeah.
Came in and pushed her down.
Oh, okay. Okay, can you roll a horse attack for your attack?
Huh.
Check your companion stats.
I didn't expect that. I didn't roll.
I said that. Ah, 4.
+4? Yeah.
You strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Stupid ass horse.
So your claws pop out and Kaz kind of recoils in pain. And the moment that you hear and then the horse just gallops straight towards it. But as you see this, you kind of just jump a bit out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the horses guys were right past them.
Yeah. And then it just runs past you. And you look back. Interesting.
And also, I apologized to him afterwards because it was a mistake. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I'm not over to Jonesy. I think I lost to a girl.
Lost to a girl.
And we chuckle.
It's okay. Everyone loses to a girl eventually, so you know. I'm fine with losing.
He's so deep.
I'm so
See,
deep.
this is a real man.
Wow. After this test, Godey is sitting there and he's written down a whole bunch of stuff. And then now he gestures to everyone, okay, everybody, going out of the barn. And then comes to this open paddock area right here. And it says, alright, who's ready to run?
No, sir.
Question.
Yeah.
Me and my horse is what? I have to ride on my horse.
No, that's not how it works. Okay, first heat. What we're gonna do, we're gonna do some laps around this paddock. Ready? Everybody?
Wait, shouldn't we stretch first?
If you insist.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you use this opportunity to do?
Jog around. You guys get cramps. I'm not gonna get cramp.
Good point. Who wants to join?
Actually, I will join too.
Oh, that was funny.
No, just because
I did regular
it's actually
stretches.
kind of smart to stretch, so I agree with him. I don't want to be sore in the morning.
So what happens is that Boston and Mila, they just start kind of jogging lightly around the track. Does anyone else join them?
In the morning, I stretch all the time.
All the time?
All the time.
All the time. Wow.
Battle ready.
Battle ready. How about you?
Stretching on the spot.
Stretching on the spot.
Nah, I'll be alright.
Come on. Okay. So, well, we get back to the start. Okay. So, first we're doing short sprints, and then Godey walks kind of to the other side of the paddock, and says, "First here, yeah, all right." And he kind of has his arm up, and he goes, "Everybody, ready, go!" Boom! Right from the very start, the moment he lowers his arm. Milo, you kind of start, but then you kind of stumble a bit, maybe because maybe you tripped on a rock, or maybe it's not your day, maybe running is not your forte. Who knows? So you start lagging behind, and then right from there we have Jonesy, and you know you look at it and you kind of, I'm assuming you're gonna smile a bit as you pass Mila, do you? Yeah. But as that happens, you see Ilian. And you see Kaz, and they're comfortably in front of you as well.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. But what you see though, Amelia, what you see though behind is that you see that Philly's also behind you, and then all of a sudden his legs just kind of beat, almost like drums, and then he just
And then
soars,
I say, Bun? Kai!
and he just soars past everyone in a blaze of dust and dirt.
Cough.
Cough.
Can I use acrobatic skill?
Yeah, sure. Why?
I wanna do a barrel roll.
Okay, sure.
I wanna throw sand at these guys.
When?
As I do my barrel roll.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Roll for acrobatics. 11. As you roll, you pick up one handful of sand and just fling it at the opposition.
In any general direction.
Yeah, in any general direction. And then Kaz and Alien, you're blinded as this gust of sand and dirt just falls into your eyes. Kaz is fine, it looks like.
Throwing sand, not poison.
Breathe in it.
No, I'll try to taste it.
Okay.
on a field? Manure, I love that taste.
Okay, Mida. So same as before. So how are we splitting this group? So you get to pick how we're gonna pair up these
So I
four.
can pair anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, is the horse included?
No, the horse is not included.
Thank
God.
Okay, I'm gonna pair Alien with Boston and these two. Kaz
Do
with
it.
Jonesy.
Okay. So this here is teamwork. We're going to.
Someone my ankle when it cracked.
Yeah, I heard that. Do you need like a pillow or something?
You okay?
No, I'm fine. Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so we're doing.
Like she's not landing on her feet.
Everybody, we're doing a relay.
Ah.
Someone is going to run first, pass the baton, and then come back. Okay, so
You're right.
who is going to be the first runner? We discuss between the two.
I step. Oh, we're doing it.
So the running, so both of you leap off the headline. However, Boston, you see Jonesy just kind of just leaving you in the trail for dust. He hasn't reached the end yet, though. He hasn't reached
Am
the
I
end.
still close to him?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you that you're fairly close to him. But yeah, but he is kind of very confident right now.
Will I be able to jump onto him?
You can try if you would like.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. We'll see. What I'll do the second dex check and then you can see.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, I
Yeah.
picked you.
Then- yeah. Okay. So this is still running. This is
Yeah,
still
yeah,
running.
yeah,
Okay.
still.
Okay. Both of you ready? Continue running. Go. Two of you continue running, and then you see Jonesy approaching, about to pass the baton over towards Kaz.
Good luck.
Alright, I use pounce.
Pounce. Okay.
Because I'm a cat.
As he's about to pass over the baton, yep, he goes straight towards it, and you pounce. Yeah, with the baton still in your hand. And what do you want?
I'll do it discreetly, so yeah, just in case.
I think he can see.
He doesn't know what he's seeing.
Okay. So
He just sees me tripping over.
So you attempt to pounce on Jonesy. Yeah. However, he doesn't. You don't manage to grab him quick enough. I'm assuming you're just gonna go, "Ooh," and then just kind of just back off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you pass the baton over, and
How?
you
Why
already have a head
before?
start. You already have a head start.
So I hand the baton.
you hand the baton over.
I use my blessing ability.
Okay, yeah.
You can do it! Just do it!
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing's impossible. Just do it!
We're using spells now? Okay, oh, bring it on.
Despite being behind, Alien grabs the baton and charges forward, noticing, luckily in a moment of weakness, that Kaz has dropped his baton. Kaz, though, not giving up, quickly retrieves his baton and charges after Alien, who by fatigue, or perhaps the fact that he rolled a 1, has stopped dead in his tracks.
So you don't run at all. So because what? You start running and you puff completely out of breath.
Okay.
It kind of stops you on your spot.
With Alien completely out of breath, Kaz easily finishes first, placing him and his partner Jonesy in first place. Captain Godet then assigns his last challenge between the two finalists, Kaz and Jonesy, a quick 100-meter sprint to the other side of the field. Despite being encumbered by armor, Kaz manages to keep up with Jonesy, who's much slimmer and faster. And against all odds, Kaz manages to beat Jonesy at his own game. Captain Godet then assigns the next task, a challenge of tag. But not just any kind of tag, this is Dungeons & Dragons tag. Played on a battlefield of many teleporters, hills, and ditches. Each character has a harness strapped to their back. Coming out of the harness is a stick with a target on top. The mission for each player is to hit each other's targets whilst keeping their target untouched. These are the events that unfold. Immediately off the bat, Kaz approaches Jonesy for an allegiance.
Talk to you. Hey, you wanna give up? We saved the best for the last.
Yeah, alright.
Mila, on the other hand, is having none of this and sees Alien in her sights and immediately charges for him.
A burning hands on him.
A cone of flame bursts from Mila's hand, but misses on Elian's target. Elian then seizes opportunity to counter,
I'm gonna try and move up behind her.
and he does so without Mila being able to respond. And in a quick flash, he manages to yank the target out of Mila's back.
Okay.
On the other hand, Boston doesn't seem to want any of this fight and stealths away.
Use stealth.
Jonesy, attempting to attack Elian whilst he just finished fighting with Mila, attempts to charge at him. However, Elian is more than prepared for this assault. The moment that Jonesy gets there, he prepares his attack.
Swipe. I'm still gonna grab him. Chuck him later.
And is successful.
I'll grab him.
Yep.
And I want to lift him, and then I want to smash his whatever thing.
For then what seems like hours, Kaz and Jonesy attempt to find the hidden Boston. They do manage to, however, eventually pinpoint him in a pincer attack.
Roll for stealth?
Don't roll one.
He rolled a 1. In such a situation, Boston is easily taken out by the combined might of Jonesy and Kaz.
From behind, he swipes the target off your back.
Which leaves just Jonesy and Kaz to finally duke it out. Jonesy, vying for revenge from before, immediately charges at Kaz and is successful.
Even though as you charge him, doesn't matter if he's ready for this. Your hands just grab it straight from the front and rip it off.
Jonesy is then declared the winner of the tag championship.
Yes, now that we've tested might, we test the mind now. Okay.
It's not positive.
And then he sits down and says,
Lucky.
he brings everyone back into the barn, and now in the barn, Captain Gregson is there. And Captain Gregson's still very, very tired, and he kind of looks at all the new recruits, and on tables, you have name tags on each of these tables.
Because who doesn't like a good exam? To see exactly the character and logical thinking of our team. Here are some of their answers.
Okay, so I didn't study for this exam because I'm too cool for that. Hence, there was no chance for me passing this test. And when I looked over at Mila's answers, she wrote a whole essay for each of the questions. So I figured, hey, let's write her name on my test papers and answers that only she would put down. So when it comes into questioning which exam papers are whose, I'll take her real paper and argue why would I write down to sharpen my claws as one of my answers. I don't even have claws.
What is the best use of a rock?
A distraction.
Destruction.
To throw at bad people.
To hold stuff like bags and coats.
To sharpen my claws.
What do all Dragosi soldiers fight for?
For Dragos' protection.
Royalties.
The goodness and well-being of the good people.
Bloody don't know.
Love and peace.
How important is teamwork?
It's very important as for everyone to have their own roles that you can depend on when the need arises.
Very important, but one must be able to work individually too.
Pretty handy, I reckon.
A+.
You are sent to guard a princess. Within a given situation, would you save the princess at the cost of your team, or would you save your team and let the princess be taken?
Save the princess and my comrades.
As a man of honor, given the chance, I will save the princess.
I would save the princess because it is our job to risk our lives for the greater good.
Depends. Is she pretty?
Bros before hoes all day, every day.
What is more important and why? Honor or survival?
Survival. More times means more chances.
Both are equally important.
Honor. Just cause.
Survival, no doubt, I say.
Yes.
The only worse thing than death is...
Failure.
There's only one. Love.
Killing a good person.
Working.
Being dead.
Fighting or diplomacy.
Both are necessary.
Diplomacy. Settle for peace.
Diplomacy first, fighting second, because some things can be discussed first.
Whatever I feel like, I reckon.
Killing bad boys with my claws.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Saving our kingdom, Dragos.
I'm a strong career and living with allies.
In the sky, flying, because I aim to have my wings by then.
Home with a nun on stage 3.
Alive.
Finally, give a detailed response to why should we take you into the Dragosi army?
I have the ability to fight, and will use it for anyone of Dragos that requires it.
I'm unique and have a horse.
Well, I have power and will do anything to keep people safe. Plus, I'm cute.
I already told you. If you want me, take me. If you don't, you don't.
Wild dragon claws.
Okay. Very interesting. He sits there and kind of motions everyone to kind of sit in the front row. And kind of moves that tables forward. Says that not only is being able to perform, but the ability of foresight as well as for showing is very important to all army people. So we're gonna do some role playing. If you guys are up for that.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
We're gonna role play? We're gonna role play? Yeah. Oh wow.
So this is how it's going to happen. I will be giving each one of you a scenario. In the scenario, you will have options to ask me questions, and then you'll perform. But this, as we know, is a team. So what happens is that the next scenario will be impacted by the previous present. So, but that's not all. The ability to admit that one is wrong is also important. When you give me your suggestions for what you're going to do, I'm going to put you out of the room, and the other four will discuss your plan. When you come back, the other four will give you 2 flaws of your plan, at which point you will have the chance to defend yourself. So, who wants to go first?
Me.
You are trapped behind bars with your arms tied. All there is in this cell is a wooden bed with 4 legs, a table with a lantern that is not lit, and a book. How do you get out?
So simple. I just break through it. With my strength.
Okay, so you feel as if you're a strong man.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes up to you with some rope handy
Yeah.
and starts to tie you up.
Yeah.
Okay? Doing his knots, it says, okay, break out. As you manage to bulge it out, you know, the ropes do slip a little bit here and there, but the knot themselves just seems to getting tighter and tighter as you do. So, what do you do?
Is the lantern made of glass?
Oh yeah, it is.
Alright. Kick it, break it, try to go a piece, cut it.
Got it? Okay. Okay, then how would you get out of the cell?
I break through it. Captain Sir, have you seen his muscles snaking? What's the cell made of? The book doors.
Metal.
Well, what's the room made of?
A brick, layer brick.
What's the ground made of?
Also brick.
Make odds?
Look out.
Yeah, I'll just kick the door.
The council then takes time to deliberate.
I believe he's very strong. That's his main flaw.
Okay.
This thing.
His second flaw is he thinks he's very strong.
Okay.
His mind is just a bit lacking.
Okay. I think he likes girls as well.
That's the good flaw.
I mean, like, you're complimenting with all these muscles. Like, people's gonna start wondering.
Damn, dude. Talking about flaws here.
Yeah, what's your flaws?
Of the plan.
What of the plan?
Ah, okay.
Well, I don't think he can kick through a metal door.
You've seen his legs though?
Very big.
Yeah, very
Nah,
good.
they're not that impressive.
He's not thorough enough. He hasn't fully explored the room.
Well, how else is he gonna get out there?
Find other stuff. To see that can assist him
Trap
in
doors.
getting out.
Touch the walls.
Trapdoors. Trapdoors. So the whole cell, this cell has
You never know, man.
Okay. Maybe a dragon will bust him out.
Miracles do happen.
So what's the first floor?
He's
Stupid.
stuck in a cell.
Of the plan, of his plan.
Why he did.
Oh.
He hasn't explored the room properly enough. He straight away went for strength.
So, can the council please regulate the floors to young Jonesy here?
Kaz thinks you're really muscular. You have a lot of power, and
Very
you're
good.
toning up a lot for the
Like
summertime.
mine. I like it.
Yeah.
Muscular people.
But
Yes.
He didn't look around the room properly. He just went for, oh, I'm gonna kick the door
It's
down.
an imaginary room, guys. Come on.
that rope around you isn't so imaginary, is it?
Well, obviously, we're not in a room.
He didn't look around the room properly. He just went for, oh, I'm gonna kick the door down.
It's an imaginary room, guys. Come on.
that rope around you isn't so imaginary, is it?
Well, obviously, we're not in a room.
Yeah, so.
So your defense suit. You didn't.
Guys, this is imaginary. Let's be honest here.
Oh, man.
And the second floor. So one alien, can you give the second floor?
I only cover one floor.
Well, you went straight for strength. So the only thing you can kick down.
said that already.
Yeah, the only thing you can kick down a door. So
Oh,
what's your
yeah?
defense?
I'll try.
Alright.
That's your defense.
Understood. Well accepted.
Okay. And so Grizzles are there and says, alright, we have to move the scenario on. So in this case, you probably would have spent a good hour kicking on the door down.
Probably one now.
Yeah, as a result, your leg is now broken.
From Ilian, the scenario passes to Kaz.
So you managed to get out of the cell after kicking it down repeatedly.
One leg. Yeah, one leg.
Yeah, so one of your legs is broken. Okay, so you're along a corridor, and behind a door is the sound of guards. You're in a long corridor. There are torches on the walls and paintings. Then there's the metal prison behind you. What do you do? There's only one door.
Wait, the door's open.
No.
Am I outside the cell?
Yeah, you're outside the cell. You're outside the cell. And you have one broken leg.
Alright.
Yeah, so you have one broken leg. And the door, yeah, you can hear guards behind it. And there's torches along the walls and some paintings. What do you do?
Can I observe the painting first?
Yeah, you can look at the paintings.
What are the paintings?
Yeah, the paintings of just landscape.
Oh man, I do chuck all this shit.
Can I take down all the paintings?
You can take it on the paintings? No,
Do I see anything behind?
nothing.
I feel around. No, okay. I ask for help. I go back to the cell.
Wait.
I
You go
close.
back into the cell.
Yeah. I
You
close.
got out of the cell?
Yeah.
It continues on the scenario from before, with the ramifications of the previous person.
Oh, but his leg's broken.
Yeah,
He
there's-
got out of the cell,
yeah.
so he was strong enough. Okay.
That's not. Yeah.
I go back in the cell and yell for help, say my leg is broken. I close the cell though.
You close the cell, that's broken. The metal bars are broken and you close it.
Another cell. Is it another cell?
Don't attack him yet.
Is it another cell that I can open?
No.
Wait, where's my light? I slowly walk towards the door. I look up if I can see out. Can I see out?
The door's closed.
So there's no peephole for it?
No.
Wait, where's my...
Oh, you mean lock hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can I look through
me
it?
breaking my leg has nothing to do with the door.
Can I look through it?
Yeah. You see 3 guards there, armed.
In front of the door?
Yeah, front door. Two standing in front of the door, one further along the hallway.
I think I'm anything. I walk out the door. With the torch.
You walk out the door?
I'm finished.
I didn't recover from this!
I haven't finished.
It's okay. He's not wearing prisoner clothes. It's fine. They won't suspect a thing.
What class am I? Do I know what am I?
No. You imagine your own abilities.
I sense for my trusty boss. Do I sense?
It's fairly far away.
What kind of stupid scenarios?
Yeah. You get put to prison and your horse is there as well.
I want to go up to the landscape painting. I want to shine a torch over it.
It's burning it.
Can I see what exactly it is? It's a picture of like
Meadows, fields.
I want to burn the paintings.
Okay.
I burn all the paintings, put it into another cell, and I try to hide in one cell. So
There's only one cell.
there's only one cell! I give up. I can't do anything. I stay there.
Stay there. Outside the door. Where are you gonna walk outside? Get him the headphones. We need to point out his flaws.
Okay, I'll do it this way. I open the door. I walk out.
With Kaz's foolproof plan in the works, the council now takes their time to deliberate on the flaws.
Okay, he's an idiot. That's oh crap, they haven't started. Can we all agree to just tell him that, like...
Floor 1, idiot.
That we can just tell him, we just say...
There was no plan.
I think, yeah, something like that. Like, I think you know that we know what the flaws are. You can point out your own flaws. Or the obvious one, though.
Oh,
No plan.
I'm not stupid.
he could have thought of a better plan with the...
Okay, how about since that he didn't really give a plan?
Yeah.
That everyone here suggests a plan that he could have possibly did.
Well, what about if he took the photo frames, put them in the cell, lit them on fire, and was like, help! Fire! And then they'll come running in. And then, as soon as they run in, it was like, oh my god, fire! Then he can run out.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. There were too many flaws for us to single-handedly point out. Right? I think the biggest flaw is you didn't have a plan. Okay, so what we did was suggest other plans.
Okay.
I liked your plan that you're talking out. That was a good plan.
You laughed at me.
Yeah, I laugh at everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Mila had a different one.
Well, we thought maybe you could have...
No, don't use we.
Okay, I thought that maybe you could have taken the picture frames, and then taken them in the cell, and then caught them on fire, lit them on fire, and then cause a fire, and then yell.
But there's nowhere to hide, and they'll see your broken leg, and they'll see the cell being broken. They will think something's up.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
Yeah, but they'll come running anyway.
Yeah, they'll come in and be like, what the hell's going on? There's a fire, the guy's like, what happened to
I understand. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Jonesy had another idea.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, no, but Sam.
Well, Jonesy suggested. he really claimed it, so I will go with it, Jonesy. Who claimed you suggested you could have possibly
taken some glass shards with you when you're walking up, so you're able to actually defend yourself with something. As opposed to walking
Stupidest
out.
idea with the arm. The arm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna fight with nothing?
I have a broken leg.
Were you gonna fight with nothing?
Oh man.
You didn't have the
Walk out,
fire. You didn't have the torch of fire that you could maybe use to fight.
Yeah.
Maybe. You had the torch, the fire torch that you could maybe use to fight.
It's better to have something than have nothing.
From here, it is passed on to Ilian.
You're screwed.
You have nothing.
What happens that you walk out and you dash across the hallway.
I didn't run. I just walked out.
Walk out. Okay, so you're walking casually. What happens when they start stabbing at you?
Not my fault. I'm gone.
Wait, do you fight? Do you defend back?
Did they stab me?
Yeah.
I said, oh, help. My leg's painful. Can you help me?
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
So what did the guys do?
They take you back to your cell.
Back to square one.
And then they see the state of your cage, and they ask you what happened to the cell.
Okay.
Wow.
Get me out. This might sound a little crazy, but I swear a fucking wizard teleported into my cell, broke my door, and dragged on my leg. I walked out to ask for your assistance.
Okay, so my other temper says, let's reset it so you're in the same scenario as he is. So you're in the cell with a broken leg, and the guards now know that you have a broken leg. So what do you do?
Can I request a new cell? This is kind of broken.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Not bad, that's not really got it.
Excuse me, sir.
There's only one cell here, so they have to walk me out. Just so it's easy.
Okay.
This is a small hallway.
Yeah, it's a small hallway.
With my skill sets, right?
Yeah, your skill set. So what do you want to do? So you're walking along the hallway. What do you want to do?
Perception. Where? Just tell me where am I walking? What's it
Okay. So the room that the guards are in, think of it as more of it's a more square room.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, there's torches lined of it. There's a table there, and that's about it. There's a guard sitting on the further end on the table, and there's two guards that are kind of escorting you to the door.
This is the hallway.
Yeah.
The same hallway.
room. The same room. The hallway that after you walk through the door, the guards were at.
Okay, so I'm at where the guards were at before.
Yeah.
Or is there any? Do I see other cells or there any other?
No,
doors?
it's just a room.
It's just a room.
Yeah.
And there's no doors.
No, there's one door.
Okay. There's only one door. There's no cells here.
So
So most likely going to be walking me out that door.
The scenario that you're in now is that it seems to be kind of a whole section off with more cells here. Yeah. And they put you into a new cell.
Ilian is taken into a new cell. In this cell is one bed for him. He is told that there is only one door, which is the exit to this room, and behind that door are two guards. So Ilian is left inside one cell by himself.
I splint off some wood from the bed frame.
Yeah.
Try and pick myself out. If I do, open the door, grab a torch, set the bed on fire, close the cell door so it doesn't look suspicious straight away. Hide behind the door or the side of the door, yell help, attempt to get the guards' attention to come in and deal with the flame. And with that, the coast is clear, I run out.
Yeah.
Pretty risky plan, but
I think that they're guards and they would have pretty good peripherals.
Would they?
I think they would.
Okay. Well, it's better plan than no plan.
It is a pretty good plan. I think the only flaw would be
Right,
them
your turn,
seeing them.
there's a big gamble.
Okay, are we saying yeah? Good plan? Solid plan?
Good plan.
Any flaws?
I don't see a
Big, there's a gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a 50-50 chance.
What about the wooden lockpicking?
Oh, that's not gonna work.
It might. It might.
You can figure that out.
So he doesn't get out of the cell at all. It's the best one.
It's rotten wood, and you have to hit the right amount of, to
Yeah.
pick it.
He must be a very good brother.
Yeah, it must be he must be really good.
It must be.
Yeah, you're right. I think he is really good. Okay, solve the plan.
Yeah, tell Elian to take over there. Okay, Elian. So first, the question is how good are your lockpicking skills?
Escape artist.
Escape artist.
No, on trap device.
Disabled.
Disable device.
D.
Disabled
I hope you haven't ticked.
Nothing.
Okay.
So the question would be: have you ever tried to open a lock? Ever?
If you said if it opened,
Yeah, if it opened,
I went with that.
Yeah.
If I get open. That's based on if I could do that.
Right. It's like I have no idea what am I doing.
So with this skill set, that's probably one. I'm assuming that'll be one of the flaws.
That'll be a 4. And if you do manage to get it's still a good plan. It's just a huge gamble for the
We're not trying to use that.
to be distracted when you're sort of right there.
No, the door.
Yeah, but it doesn't really cover you.
It's not covering me.
Yeah, no.
The fire's on the opposite side of me.
Yeah, that's why I say it's a gamble that you're hoping that they'll be totally distracted.
Well, I'm trying to break out of a prison. There has to be gambles.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's the big gamble. I'm saying it's a good plan, but it's a big gamble.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So what happens in this case is that if you do manage to get out, there's really no repercussions from that. So you can thank Alien. Yeah, you can thank Alien for having no repercussions. So what's going to happen in this scenario is that you open the door, right? Small hallway, no one else there. The hallway itself, again, just torches there. There's a main door. If you choose to open that door, it opens out into the world.
Mila is presented with a wolf scenario. She is out in a clearing. There is a bush in front of her that prevents the wolves from seeing her. However, her only path to the other side of this clearing is through the wolves.
I let out my claws
Okay.
and I limp over towards the wolves,
Okay.
trying to be quiet.
With the broken.
Broken leg. Yeah.
Okay.
And wait, can I use escape artist as well?
What would you? What are you escaping
escaping
from?
the wolves.
Become
No,
one
that's-
of
no,
the-
that's-
They haven't trapped you.
Escape artist more refers to if you're trapped.
trapped,
If
okay,
you're
okay.
trapped, not so much.
So
It's not escape rope from
Keep
Pokemon.
talking about that one.
I use stealth.
Uh-huh.
I use stealth to try and go around them, but I still have my claws out just in case. In case I fuck up because my leg's broken. And then my claws are pretty sharp here, so can I maybe claw through the trees quietly?
Wait. Everyone, before anyone says anything, can you repeat that sentence to me? Here's the question. The question is that when have you ever heard a tree being cut down quietly? Now, the question would be, well, you can't hear them, but
Alright, well, okay, instead of doing that then.
I'm not telling you can't do it.
Okay, no. Okay, I won't do that. I'll still approach the wolves really quietly. And I don't want to kill them though. But I might have to.
so cute.
So cute. Look how furry they are.
Yeah, look how feral they are. They're gonna eat me.
Wait, do I have food on me? Can I distract them?
Yeah, you do have food. You.
I have acid.
Wolves like acid.
Can I sprinkle acid over them?
After deliberating on the choice more, she chose not to sprinkle acid on the wolves.
Alright, instead of sprinkling the acid on them, I pour the acid around them. And I use my burning hands to light the acid up, so it creates like a wall of fire. And then they wake up.
Are you thinking of oil?
Is this acid or oil?
God, it's an acid bomb.
Acid just burns.
Oh, it burns. Oh,
What do you have?
of course it
Acid
does.
plus?
I have acid. I can't. Oh.
You can use acid to light things on fire, but it's not.
Okay. I have tinder twig with me.
Yeah, she wants to burn and then burn some more.
Okay, I'll sprinkle the tinder and then I'll set that on fire. so then it like lights up, and then they get scared of the fire, and then when they run away from the fire,
Wait, yeah, what and what?
I have tinder twig.
Oh, tinder twig.
So I'll use my burning hands on the tinder twig, and the fire will light, and then they'll be like, and then they'll run away because they're scared of fire, and then I will run through the trees.
Okay. Once for everyone, what's the plan?
Okay, so I'm gonna come out, see the wolves. They're sleeping, so I'm quiet. I use my stealth. I put tinder twig all around them, and then I use my burning hands to light them on fire, causing a fire wall thing. And then obviously, because it's outside, so it will start spreading, and that will chase the wolves away.
Okay.
And then I will run opposite direction.
Okay, did she say she's gonna run the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Opposite direction being back at the jail? Okay, alright.
I think she's better.
Maybe the assumption is that she's saying that she runs the opposite direction of where the...
No, so
The
she
wolves
got...
lie in front of
She
us.
means the opposite direction
Yeah.
of the wolves.
Yeah, whichever direction.
The wolves
The wolves
are
are gonna. You know what? Opposite of where she is.
I doubt that she actually means that she's going to run back into the
Are you
cell.
sure? I don't know. She's about to sprinkle acid on wolves.
Well, the thing is, you can ask her. You can ask her at the start whether or not that she's planning to run back into the cell. Obviously, if it's not, it's probably under the assumption that she's not going to run.
Alright, she has 1 stealth.
Yeah, floor 1, a lot of stealth.
She didn't think about it.
Okay, another one is...
So the question is that because you've played rogue before or something like that, so do you think the idea of stealthing with a broken leg is ever a good idea? I know, obviously,
Unless
you
you
might
have
not
good
have a choice. You might not have a choice, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Alright.
She's better.
But you might as well just stealth through the trees past instead of just.
Yeah, you already got that. So just keep
going
going.
around. Either that or just like try to.
well, the actual trees it's very dense, so it's actually fairly hard to go through there. There's a chance that she might make more noise. Who knows? Again, that's okay. That you don't think that necessarily that stealthing to create a fire is necessarily the best idea. That
No.
stealthing to stealth is probably a better idea.
Yeah. Okay, she's gonna have fire. She's gonna have fire.
Okay,
I mean, she should have just bent down the bush, grab like the stick, hit the fire, went back.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first one. What's the second floor? Or is that kind of
She's gonna run in
Just
the
the whole
opposite
thing.
direction.
So I think the thing that the council has to ask you first is that when you said that you run in the opposite direction, do you mean you're running back into the building?
Did I get you?
No. You gotta make a fire. Just make a big fire. I don't think you need to go up to them to make a fire. Because if you're already stealthed halfway there, so just keep stealthy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Oh, and your cone of fire is like 15 feet wide,
Yeah, 50 feet long.
15 feet long. So that's...
Oh, did I kill them?
You killed them.
You could kill them if you used it.
Yeah,
You're
but-
definitely
I
scared
didn't
of
want
it.
to kill them though.
Chances are
Okay.
that if you probably used the cone of fire, you would just envelop all the wolves in fire.
I killed them. Oh no!
Oh, you don't have to kill it. You can stealth your way through.
Yeah, I mean like I guess putting tinder on the ground, surrounding them in fire.
So that might just make the fire even more so more flammable.
We'll slow burn them. That's what we're gonna do. We'll trap them
So
in
I think the main criticism that they have, and if you have any defense to this, the main criticism they have is that stealthing to create a fire is probably not as good to just stealth away.
Okay.
And then if you're gonna burn a fire, it's kind of because you can just cast the fire almost at any point, and maybe that in itself would
Yeah.
fail away. So what do you have? Do you have any kind of defense, or you kind of, or do you kind of just take it?
I'm gonna take that. You
Okay.
guys have a good point. Yeah.
Okay, so as a matter of fact, yes, using burning hands with a 15-foot wide kind of fire is probably just gonna char all of these wolves. Yeah?
But is that what you're gonna do then?
First, my parents know.
What? What happened to your parents?
Okay, so Chun, what? So Chun, in front of you, is now kind of burning wolves, and the fire is spreading slowly, but not too big. It's kind of just really concentrated in that area.
Okay.
That if you were now as Boston, if Boston were to go forward, what would happen is that he would see kind of civilization,
Okay.
yeah, but it slopes down. He'll see a small camp
Okay.
of what he looks like to be bandits. They're sharpening swords and shit like that. Yeah. So using your skill set, what do you do in this scenario? And it looks like after this, it's kind of freedom, and they're kind of the only thing in your way. And the path it's a bit hard to kind of walk through the trees, but you can still try. But it's actually very dense. It's very, very, very dense. As if it's someone to kind of carve their way through here.
I'm gonna wait till nightfall.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go around it
Okay. Yeah. Using your stealth.
using my stealth.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe all goes to shit.
Yep.
And I'll use bluff. And if they call my bluff, I'll use intimidate. If that fails, then I'll diplomacy.
Okay. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Headphones. Yeah. So so his idea is that he's gonna wait till nighttime till the bands are sleeping, and then stealth his way around because he is a rogue.
Yeah.
If he does have a broken leg, which will factor into his stealth rolls, that if he were to obviously stealth across, but then we said he has a fairly. Can someone check his stealth?
What's 8 or something?
He's 11.
11 stealth. So even the broken leg, even if I gave him a big minus, like a -5, he would still have a 6+ stealth. So I think that his stealth skill is actually quite high. So what flaws do you guys detect?
Not really, because it's lucky it's rogue and it's nighttime.
I think it's a good planet. Yeah.
There's the potential that they might put a guard on one.
Yeah.
Well, if there is, he's got bluff and diplomacy and intimidate.
Which is all his spell skills, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's good because I'm pretty sure it's.
So you're finding it hard to find really any flaws with this.
Yeah, I don't see any flaws.
Ilian, what about you?
When you say diplomacy, who is he talking to?
The bandits, if they wake up. If they find them.
Okay. Assuming if they wake up, why would bandits bother to talk to him late at night? They would just.
That's the point
of talking. He's gonna try and persuade.
I think that's it because I think what he's trying to do is that he's trying to bank on the fact that if it does happen, he doesn't really have any weapons, so he's just gonna try to talk his way out. Obviously, we're not gonna say that's gonna work.
And for certain fact, bandits normally don't talk. They disappear unless it's their own teammate. And plus, it's a broken leg. For intimidate, how can you intimidate anyone?
I do admit that probably the intimidate after diplomacy. It's probably not the right course of events because broken leg is not very. But I think the main reason because what's his diplomacy and bluff?
Diplomacy is 8. Bluff is 8 also.
He does have fairly high, so he could roll really well.
Wrong order though, because he does intimidate.
Then you bluff first.
Bluff.
Oh, okay. Hate talking people.
So wouldn't intimidate be last then?
It should be last.
Yeah, because that would be like.
But he claimed intimidate second. Yeah?
Second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the question was, what do you think he would bluff? You could ask him that.
Yeah. What would you say?
Because even if he gets a really high roll, just you have to have a decent enough reason for the bluff to work.
What up?
What would you bluff about?
So that's the first. You said bluff first, then intimidate, then
I have my own friends of bandits hiding in the forest like that. We created a fire. We can smell the charcoal of wolves. We fought wolves. Burnt them to a crisp.
Okay.
Why they aren't with me here? Okay, now I've answered your question. Now you can answer mine, and we can go from there.
Why do you have a broken leg?
I'm broken my leg because the wolves attacked us.
Okay, so it's still just one of you. You have a broken leg.
And we also assume that the wolves ate all your allies.
Why would you assume that?
Because you have a broken leg.
Yeah, but I'm using bluff. I'm using bluff.
Yeah, but like a broken leg is suspicious.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Why can't your bandits friend help you instead of why do you need others help instead of your own bandits friends?
And then once they just rebluff you, they just go, okay, bring out your bandit mates.
Then
You're fucked.
I use intimidate, which I'll be like,
Broken leg.
yeah, I'll be like, hey man, I got a gun.
Okay.
Watch it.
We don't know what a gun is.
Ah, okay. Like, oh, you're lucky. You don't know.
I think the main flaw they said with that is that in terms of the order that you ordered, that maybe diplomacy would probably be better after intimidate, just because you do have a broken leg and it's a bit hard to intimidate with a broken leg because your diplomacy is as high as right?
Yeah, I didn't really want to go into diplomacy against a bunch of bandits with a broken leg in the first place. They see some guy in a forest at night time with a broken leg. I'm fucked. Irregardless.
So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, pretty much.
3-1, broken leg. I mean, did he tell you guys what my stealth is?
Yeah. If you can step away, there was no guards patrolling, then yeah.
The other thing was probably that there might be someone on guard. There might be
And then
someone.
you can
One
step
person
away.
on
Yeah, that's
as opposed to 3. And it's nighttime.
Yeah, so speaking out of character, this whole exercise was kind of them to rejuvenate everyone's kind of role-playing brains, stuff like that. But the main reason was that that sometimes you're just gonna be in a situation where there's no real great way to get out. The situations themselves were purposely supposed to be very hard, especially your initial situation. It's actually
Yeah, yours fairly.
Yeah, the initial situation was actually supposed to be very hard in terms of how you're actually going to get out of it. It's kind of a closed box situation where there's no real way to get out of it. So you have to kind of really improvise and hope for the best. And it was meant to that there was going to be repercussions, and it's going to be how do you deal with this extra thing. That's the main reason of this, and I think that having this dialogue where you get to think about it and then having people think about it as well so you can defend, it's a nice reflection, which a lot of times we don't get, because sometimes you guys just do stupid stuff and then continue to do stupid stuff afterwards. Yeah, so, back in character. So,
This is good for you. This is the first time we've done it.
So, Gregson is ready, and then what he has in front of him is kind of a sheet of paper. And based on all the tests beforehand, he says that, alright, so based on all these, I guess what I do now is that I'm going to assign everyone their roles.
She's a leader.
You're gonna be a
Finally,
cook.
we don't have to choose the leader. We don't have to choose the leader.
So, for the strength test, can someone tell me who was the victor?
Which strength test? The last one or the first
The
one?
First one.
You lose.
Was Mila. Mila, because you have shown exceptional physical prowess.
Oh, shoot you guns. Shoot
Yeah.
you guns.
Yeah, you will be this team, and as he looks over to all five of you. This team's physical specialist. You'll be on the front lines.
You're the PS.
Yeah, yo.
With no armor.
The Dragon Claws.
Yeah.
Call the fire. Jeez.
Okay, so for the dexterous tests, who won the final race?
I did.
The guy with the armor.
You will be on point for reconnaissance.
You'll
be
I like that.
because of your exceptional ability to run. You will be running constantly and scouting for the team.
I'm a boss for that.
That's why he's the boss man.
What's your stealth?
That means no. He can run.
As such, you will be in many dire situations where you will need to not be seen.
Okay.
I got it.
What's your stealth?
My stuff is 0.
But hear me out.
For our role-playing session.
Oh,
Yeah.
not exam?
No, not exam, not yet. Yeah. For our role-playing session, the tactician of this group will be Boston.
Wait, I didn't have
You will attempt to devise most of the plans for this group.
Who's Boston?
Sorry, for New York.
Finish.
There we
I
go.
got confused there.
Okay. Now, for our next test, who here won the tag challenge? Okay.
Buddy up with enemy.
Now, as such, you're not the physical specialist, but your job is to remain on point with your inability to be hit, or that you will be the person who will divert everyone's attention.
Oh yeah. Bring it on. Never lost a fight.
And based on these answers, the one who shows the most valor, compassion, understanding the rules, and really the integrity needed to become a Dragosi warrior, the leader and commander of this group will be Elliot.
So we're not all of us gonna be Dragosi's warriors?
You guys all are.
Oh, but he's
He's
the
the
best
leader.
one.
He's the
He's
leader.
the leader.
Ah.
Not necessarily the best. Yeah, he's the leader. He's the one who's going to command.
Okay.
Can we try rolls?
Can we trade rolls?
No. As a result, we will stay in Arronshire for at least a week until the Festival of Light is over,
Are we entering the pie eating contest as well?
if you wish. And what I hear is that the winner of the pie contest
Will
gets
it be
1
real pie?
year of free pies delivered to them in any place that they're at.
Oh,
Will there be real pie?
There will be real pie.
Real
you're like
life.
real.
Real pie.
Yeah, pastries with meat inside of them.
Yeah.
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 But not in real life though. Yeah. Oh, actually, I probably will be getting pies when we do that. Yeah. So the winner will get. But in the meantime, as Dragosi warriors and cadets, you will be here to serve the people of Dragos, which means you'll be serving the people of Arronshire. What they need, you will do.
Does that include working at a fish market? Earning wages?
No, you will not earn any money.
Oh. Okay. Do we get our weekly income from you guys?
Yes.
Okay, what's the wages like?
We'll discuss that.
Okay, it's like what, like 40-hour contact week? What's going on here?
Alright, and that, we'll leave it at that for the first session.
Okay, cool. Cool.
What does it mean that Ilian has the most valor to become a Dragosu warrior? What happened to Mila's parents? Will Jonesy ever play the Nano Station 3? How about Kaz? How is he gonna stealth with all that armor? And are Boston's parents ever gonna find out that he's joined the army? Well, if you wanna know, find out next time on episode 2 of our Dungeons and Dragons campaign.